When you hear the word holistic, what do you think of? I know what my Uncle Francesco would have called it, hippie medicine. But tons of medical discoveries actually come from elements found in nature. And back before doctors and pharmacists were a big thing, there were holistic healers who might try to fix your extremity with a swig from a natural remedy. These wood casks contain some of the ingredients that were used to formulate a healing ointment or elixir that might ease a bad cough or an upset stomach. Some of these concoctions were created from recipes that had been handed down for generations and were widely used well into the 19th century.
In those days, people didn't even know about germs. They didn't know why they got sick. They didn't know what spread diseases, and there was a lot of sickness in the country. And so people looked to doctors for many kinds of ailments. Herbal medicine, botanic medicine was a thread that ran through our history.
To learn more about these early medicinal cures, I met up with the Henry Ford's Curator of Public Life, Donna Braden, at a good old country doctor's office located in the museum's Greenfield Village. So whose office was this?
This office was operated by a doctor named Dr. Alonson Howard, nice 19th century name. He was a farmer who also was a doctor. It ranged from what was called conventional medicine, which was kind of medieval and intense and dangerous, to this other end, which was called botanic. He tried all of those things. Doc Howard might have learned some of the treatments, potentially from Native Americans in the area, but particularly from books, usually called herbals.
And people came to him with all sorts of ailments?
Country doctors did a little bit of everything. They did things from your basic cough or cold or sore throat, all the way to these very serious, life-threatening diseases that we almost don't hear about anymore, like typhoid fever and cholera. He's got recipes in his recipe book for treating those. There are a lot of plants and herbs that are exactly the same as he used, that we use today. It's very interesting.
Like what?
Dandelion root and peppermint and a lot of herbs that we grow in our gardens like basil and thyme.
People learned to trust the remedies of physicians like Doc Howard over the so-called miracle cure-all patent medicines that were readily available. Some of the ingredients used proved to be dangerous. The Food and Drug Act of 1906 put an end to the practice and laid the foundation for today's FDA. Donna graciously let me sample a spoonful of old-time medicine. Wow, I feel so much stronger suddenly. What was that?
Well, it was probably one of Dr. Howard's elixirs that we're not quite sure what was in it, but it was intended to make you feel better.
Well, it certainly makes me feel reassured. Hopefully I'll be here next week.